Here are 5 quick ideas of things you can do to revitalize your art practice, and you can start right now. Number 1, use a brand new to you palette or simply switch out some colors in your already existing palette. The palette you're seeing here is the Mungyo Compuzzle palette. This is great because it has magnetic pans, and if you decide a color is just not working for you, you just pull that pan out and replace it with one with a color that's actually working for you. So this is a great way to figure out the colors that you really like to use all the time, and also what size of pan works best for your art style. So this Compuzzle palette does have pans you can switch in and out for various sizes. Now you don't have to go out and buy this specific palette. I have this palette right here that I use all the time when I'm doing more serious work too, and it has a bunch of half pans randomly in it. Yes, one just fell on the ground. That's fine. Anyway, you can pry the paint out of this kind of palette. You can add in other pans of color. You can see I have 4 full pans here, and I had 5 half pans in here until I just dropped one on the floor. And it still shuts even with its top mixing tray in. So it does not matter at all what kind of palette you have, but consider if your colors are working for you or not, and change them up if you need to. Or treat yourself and try a new palette and see how that works. Number 2, paint for others. It's really fun to put together a painting that somebody knows nothing about, so they have no expectations. So this is not a commission. This is just paint an idea you have that somebody else you think in your life that you love would really like and enjoy. This brings excitement because, again, unlike a commission, you don't have that expectation on their part for what it's going to look like. You're just doing it however you want to do it in your style as a gift for them, and it feels good. Let's just leave it at that. It feels good. So I can't show you the finished painting that I am working on here because I haven't gifted it to the person yet, but I plan on doing this one and about 4 others. Number 3, give yourself a challenge. Everything I've been showing you in this video so far is part of Loose Papers Week. So I have a list of about 8 things that I cycle through, and it's by week, and I am supposed to spend 2 hours a day every day that I'm actually home working on that particular category. So, as I mentioned, this week was Loose Papers Week. So I have loose paper in my studio, or paper pads, or canvas, just whatever I would consider loose papers, and I work on that. So the gift for someone else is on just a random pad of paper that I have in my studio that I want to use up. By having this list of ideas that I follow each week, it is a challenge to myself to work in that category that entire week. It's really fun. Other challenges you can do are things like Plain Air Pearl, World Watercolor Month, Inktober, and so on. I find that this list with a weekly focus as my challenge works better for me in my stage of life right now. But you just have to find what works good for you. Number 4, go to an art gallery or an art show of some sort. So as part of Loose Papers Week, I actually ended up in Grand Junction, Colorado, where the Western Colorado Watercolor Society was having their annual show. This is a juried show where anyone could enter and possibly get accepted into the show. I did not enter this year. I wasn't quite ready, but I will hopefully in the future. But going and seeing all these beautiful watercolor paintings was so inspiring. I think you can see by the pictures that I'm showing you here that there was a huge variety of styles, and it was really fun to get a bunch of ideas, a bunch of inspiration, just to know what watercolor can be like, the different sizes and subjects that people work in. So going to an art show or an art gallery is high on the list of getting inspired. And number 5 is to attend some kind of class or a workshop. The reason I ended up in this art gallery was because they were hosting a workshop there. This workshop was put on by the Western Colorado Watercolor Society, where they brought in Janet Rogers as the artist and teacher. So since this week was part of my loose papers week, I brought large pieces of loose watercolor paper because Janet herself just tears off quarter sheets, I believe, of full sheets of watercolor paper, and I have a lot of loose sheets of watercolor paper that I could make into whatever size I want. So it was super fun to attend a workshop as part of Loose Papers Week and have that fit in so well. Also, learning from someone who is famous, more or less, is exciting and interesting. And even if the subjects don't fully interest you, like florals is something she was teaching for 2 of the 3 days, don't really interest me. I knew I could learn a lot from her, and so I went anyway. So the subjects were florals and portraits, and they were both really fun. So I will just show you some footage here of what I did in the class. Well, I hope this video has inspired you to try a few new ideas in your art practice. What was your favorite one? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
He's so fuzzy.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, he's dark.
Yeah, very dark underneath. It's gonna be like Jack.
He's like
Jack was white when he was little.
Oh,
Kisses, good kisses.